Welcome back to Division 1 Rejects. This is episode 67, and we're recording this on July 18th. Coming to you, we've got a great episode for you tonight, fellas. I'm Kobe Manzo. I'm your host. I should introduce the boys first. I'm joined here by tonight. That's not Tyshawn. That's not the greatest back in the country. Who is that?
It's K Manzo, baby.
That's 3-4. That's 3-4.
Cade's back.
I'm back.
Jimbo in the shades in his usual spot.
How we doing? How we doing?
Juice
How we
here,
doing?
and this handsome fella on the couch.
How you boys doing?
Introduce yourself, fella.
Hunter Denton.
I had to put him on the spot right away. Yeah. We got the man Hunter on the pod with us today. We've got a great guest for you too. Jacoby Sanders joins us from Saginaw Valley. He's a redshirt freshman defensive back from Saginaw Valley. Also talk to him about his brother Ernest Sanders, recent Kentucky transfer who's now making his way over to Saginaw Valley. Big news for those guys. Their team looking pretty good going into 2022, going into camp. So we'll talk to him about his situation personally, talk more about Saginaw Valley ahead of fall camp and what their summer situation looks like. We got a lot of funny shit to react to today. A lot of funny shit.
Oh, yeah. Do we go crazy
I'm excited.
Before or after everything?
We'll see. We don't really have a...
I kind of want to just get it out of the way. I'm eager to get my...
Yeah, well, now I'm definitely holding it in, though. Now I'm definitely holding it in just because you said that. So, but as far as the NFL scene is concerned... on the less funny shit that we are going to talk about today, Deshaun Watson and the NFLPA are potentially planning on suing the NFL. We'll get to that. That is going to be an interesting one. But on the funnier side of things, AJ Dillon took on a mascot in an Oklahoma drill just a couple days ago, and that guy in the mascot may still be in the infirmary, so we'll watch that video. Jameis Winston is now a full-time motivational speaker. We saw another great speech out of him. Definitely got to pull that one up and run it.
I haven't seen it.
And
Jameis
also,
does not miss.
He just simply does not.
He's so funny.
He's the next Inky Johnson.
Potentially. Potentially. He would be like the SNL character that plays Inky Johnson in like a skit.
That actually is pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Dude. Yeah.
And then finally, Madden just dropped player ratings for wide receivers and tight ends heading into this current NFL season.
So bad.
Den shaking his head. Yeah,
horrible.
We're going to react to them. We'll pull a couple of them up on the show later. But as always, you can watch this episode on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, hello. You've got the timestamps at the bottom of the screen, that little red bar. You can fast forward to any part of the conversation that sounds interesting to you, or you can listen to the entire thing. How about that?
That'd be ideal. That'd be ideal because there's a novel
idea. That is a novel idea. But otherwise, you can listen pretty much anywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you name it. Follow us on Twitter at
D1_rejects.
And on Instagram at
Rejects.
Beat Me to the Freaking Punch, man, to see highlights from the show. And, fellas, before we get into all of the funny shit, all the lawsuits, all the motivational speeches, and mascots getting put on their ass, let's get into the conversation with Jacoby Sanders. Joining us today on this episode of Division 1 Rejects, freshman safety at Saginaw Valley State University. He played his high school ball at Flint Beecher, where he was actually first-team all-conference, not as a DB, but as a quarterback. It's the man, Jacoby Sanders. Jacoby, good to have you on, my boy. Let's give it up for my man.
Yeah. Yes, you all have me, man.
Good to have you on, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm pretty good right now.
You up at Saginaw already, if it sounded like?
Yep. I've been up here since May 31st.
Seriously?
I think so. Uh-huh.
That's good stuff. They take care of you guys? What do they got you in? An apartment, it looks like, or some type of something?
Apartment, yep.
Yeah.
Apartment, cool.
How many guys in there? You with teammates?
Yeah, so I'm with my brother, my best friend Micah, and my other teammate Basil Hampton. Good
stuff. What's this part of summer look like for you guys getting closer to camp? What's the football activity like?
So workout at 6 o'clock, but Cardinal time, 10 minutes early, 5:50 on the field. Do that every day almost, except Wednesday. So you get Wednesdays off, and you get the weekends off.
Okay.
I mean, it's a lot of field work now. So getting close to camp, you need field work, and you need more field work, and I want to say less lifting. It's almost the same lift, it's just a quicker lift. It's just more field work, high volume movements, so you can get ready for the real.
Yeah,
the real thing.
I mean, you can lift all you want. You get out on the field, if you're not in shape, you can't run around for 4 quarters, man. It don't do you any good. Yeah, I know. I know you're probably getting it in, but last year, talk about last year for you. I'm assuming it looked like you redshirted last year. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about, I guess, just that process. For a guy like yourself, obviously you're a gifted dude. I don't want to gas you up too much here, all right? But you're a gifted dude, right? And you've got all the talent, all the athleticism. But to come into a program like that and to have to sit that year out, I guess for lack of a better term, coming out of that, how do you feel now? I feel like you got to be in a much different spot as a player as far as your development goes.
I mean, as far as that, it's a good thing. And like most people look upon it as like it's a bad thing, but I feel like it was a good thing. I mean, I had to learn from Marv and Joe Judge. I had to learn from them guys. Like Nick still here. I mean, like that was a good experience for me last year, just learning and like see how everything goes before it's time to play. I mean, so I feel like that is a big thing to me. And then that's kind of like what I preach to like high school athletes that's coming up and like going to college. It's okay to take the year off. Like you gotta get stronger. I gained about 15 pounds.
Damn.
I mean, so like that was good for me too. And then like I got way stronger like within techniques and like learning like defensive coverages and like reading offenses. Like you gotta learn everything else before you get the big thing. So I mean, the process is a great thing to me.
Yeah, for sure. No, I feel that. Like all about getting in the right spot at the right time, especially as a DB. Like you're a guy that, you know, you got that instinct obviously, but you know, if you don't know how to get there, it don't matter how athletic you are, you're not gonna go make plays. But Cade, you got something?
Yeah, Jacoby, just want to say, first of all, thanks for coming on, brother. Second of all, what you just said, you know, kind of hits hard here too, because I was in that same position last year.
I'm saying it's like literally like word for word.
Yeah,
dude.
It's like
scary, yeah.
Yeah, it was red shirt and like, you know, yeah, type of guy like you probably haven't missed a snap in high school. You know, like you haven't voluntarily sat out a season, and that's probably really difficult for a guy like your caliber, as you're saying. But I wish more people would go to high schools and high school coaches would preach that too, because I think that's a really important thing in the college process. Like guys think, oh, if I don't play my first year, I'm dog shit. You know, that's pretty much how it goes. Like that's a typical mindset for a high school senior coming into college.
Right.
But I just, go ahead.
I mean, like that's what I heard coming up too. I mean, I heard players that went to college and like they feel not confident anymore. Like they had to sit out the year and like they didn't want to wait on the process.
Yeah, and I'm sure at the beginning of the year you're kind of like in a worse attitude than you have at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Like at the beginning you're probably like, you know what, screw this. I'm better. You know, I'm better than that. I'm not going to sit in the sidelines. And now, like you said, you learned a whole year. You got better mentally and physically, and now you're in a better position for yourself.
Yeah, better headspace, right? Like that's really important, like where you're at mentally, because I mean, every team's had guys go through that where they're not in the best space mentally, and like you see like really talented dudes, and that can still get to them. Like it don't matter, that stuff doesn't discriminate, right? So that's super important. But you said it, dude. You're living with your brother, which is cool. I'm doing the same thing. This dude, you can't see him in his little Pistons uni. I showed him before, but he's living with me in this house. So we've been having a good time. But talk about Ernest, man. He made some big news when he announced that he was coming back to Saginaw after going to Kentucky. I guess that's going to be a matchup that I know you're looking forward to in practice every day. You're going to be locking him up or what?
Man, I give credit where it's due. I mean, but I am confident in like what I do too. I mean, so like I know like he's a great player. But, yeah, I am looking forward to that matchup. I mean, we count reps with that one. I need that 10-0.
That is awesome.
I need that one.
That is awesome. I'm like, that's going to be – I know, like, you're going to get chirped by all the guys going into camp with that one. Like, and I'm sure, like, you know, you've had it before. Did you guys get the chance to play with each other in high school, or was there too much of an age gap?
No, I mean, so I played with him 3 years. I played my freshman, sophomore, and junior year with him. Yeah.
Holy cow, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do my research, but that's what it is.
Let's talk about. You gotta keep it down for the little bros, bro. You gotta keep it down.
Let me before you go, Jim. I'll tell you, Jacoby. Cade and I don't get many one-on-one opportunities. I play running back, like little fullback. If I get to the safety and he's back there, it's already too late. The play is already over.
I was just about to say that. Like obviously, like being a friend of Kobe and Kay, I'm pretty, you know, I don't know who to choose in this situation, but if it were to happen, like I'm really excited to see it. I'm really excited because I've heard like these guys growing up always fought each other, you know, whatever, this and that, like, typical brother stuff. But I feel like, you know,
you've been through
maybe this one time Cade could just clip him up. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm excited to see it happen. I'm excited.
That's the best thing. I mean, like you grew up with your brother and like y'all fought your whole life, and then like once you get to college, well, I mean, like it's a blessing to play in college with your brother. That's something everybody don't get.
Hell yeah.
And then like you got the teammates behind it, and like they're rallying up, and like it's the battle of the bros. You gotta just whoever win it got got the bragging rights. So I mean,
Preach.
Yeah, there's nothing like it, dude. You get like you said, you battle it out with them, but then at the end of the day, you get to be brothers and you get to play with each other, which is just like awesome. I know you got to be excited for that. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you guys. Let's talk about your schedule though. You guys went out, picked up some pretty big time games as far as your out of conference go. Your first game, it was like West Virginia Wesleyan or something along those lines. I was doing my research today. They didn't win a game last year, so you don't count any games off the schedule. But looking ahead a little bit more, Bowie State is a big one in week 2, and then your homecoming is Indianapolis. Ooh. Those guys, yeah,
Bowie State and Indy,
2
really good squads. So
that'd be a fun. I
wanted to ask you about that, Jacoby. I mean, I don't know how much you've followed those guys or know like the D2 scene, but seeing them on your schedule, I assume you've at least looked at it, and those are 2 pretty big time opponents. But I know you guys will be ready for it.
I looked at the schedule. I mean, but ever since high school, I mean, your opponent is only as good as you think they are. I mean, like if we play up to like what we were supposed to play at, nobody's better than us. But I mean, I don't really look forward. But I have heard about Indianapolis. I haven't heard about the first team. I mean, like I should have studied that. But
Bowie,
I mean, soon I'll know. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's just like we go week by week. We play who we're playing that week. We don't look forward.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Week by week. Nameless, faceless opponents. Yep. Whoever coached you up well, Bob.
Brad Thomas.
Yeah, exactly. But you're totally right. Like, you can't go out to make out your opponents as world beaters, or else you're gonna go out there with like your tail between your legs and get smacked around for 4 quarters. And like you guys aren't gonna do that. A team you definitely can't do that against, and you guys know this. You double up Michigan Tech this year. That's going to be a huge one. Did you make that trip last year up to Houghton?
Nah, I did not make it, but okay. That was a close game. But
dude, that was a game.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are going to be excited for those 2. Obviously, you get one at your place and then one back up in Houghton. Dude, that's a team like you're not going to talk them up, but just a tough, physical team that like they're gonna wear you down, and I'm excited to see both those games because that game ended up being crucial for you guys. Tech takes that win; they end up at was that for 3rd in the conference.
Yeah.
So those are pretty big conference standing points on the line there. So we get to get 2 of those matchups this year. That's gonna be huge, and you get to play in them this year, which is like, come on, like that's even better.
Oh yeah. I need that. I need 100%.
100%. And then I guess last thing schedule wise. You didn't make the trip to Houghton, but this year you will get to take the trip to the Dome.
Yes, sir.
Come across the bridge. You get to feel what we feel like every week when we travel. You getting that? I think some of the training staff from Davenport was calling it the car ride from hell, was what they called it.
Well, going to Texas even worse.
Why? Because you got their ass beat?
But that's what they were saying. So just hopefully what's in store for you. It's a long trip, but the Dome is sweet, dude. Just I think we'll give them a little pointer. A lot of cleats don't do too well on the Dome turf. Bring some turf shoes.
Turf shoes.
I give you a little heads up. All right. Don't say I didn't do anything for you.
That's fair.
It's a little older, the turf in there, but
I always wear my cleats in there. What are you talking?
Do you actually?
About? Oh no, yeah.
You're one of few.
Everyone always wears cleats. No one wears turf shoes. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm just kidding. I was kidding, bro. I was playing.
You said that pretty serious.
Oh yeah.
And I can't see your eyes because of the glasses, so I'm like, is he going? Like, what is he talking about? Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm just pulling your chain.
I'm like, where is he going with this? Let's talk. I already talked about Ernest a little bit. Big addition for you guys, going to help a lot in that wide receiver game, but. As we all know, you got to have someone to throw to him. You guys got a big quarterback addition. I'm hoping I'm not butchering his name. Is it Jairus Grissom?
Yes, that is it.
Okay, I didn't butcher that?
No.
Okay, good stuff. I mean, I've been looking at him. Talk about a dude who's been at some pretty high-level football, went to Eastern to look like out of high school, and then is coming to you guys from Morgan State, another Division I program. And, I mean, I just got to imagine, dude, like the attitude around you guys in that program right now. Hey, shout out the body armor. I just put one of those down before the episode. We like that.
I just had a tropical punch one. They're so good.
I think that's what he's got going on.
You got a tropical punch right there? What is that? Strawberry banana?
Strawberry banana.
Nah, it's strawberry banana.
Yeah, that one's good too.
That's solid.
I just bought an 8-pack of those like 2 weeks ago.
Respectable choice.
I drank it in like 2 days. They're so easy to drink, and they're like pretty good for you too. Like,
you gotta have alkaline water too.
There you go.
There it is.
I got a little ice mountain here. A little ice mountain. I had a pineapple body armor last podcast, by the way. This is really good. Pineapple's a great flavor, by the way. If you haven't tried it yet, fantastic.
Yeah, I need to try that one.
Delicious.
You got to go with the light ones though, because like less sugar, less calories. Come on, I can't.
Sometimes it's a nice little boost. You need the electrolytes.
I gotta get rid of the.
I need the calories, though. I need the calories.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Shit, what were we talking about?
It's about the quarterback.
Jairus. We're talking about Jairus. Before we got into body armor. I was just saying, I was talking about just the attitude around your guys around the program right now. It has to be buzzing. Because, like, the you guys had last year, it felt like you were right here. I think you can see me on the phone. Like, you were right there. Like, just needed that one extra push to really make that next step. And I've met Colby before. Colby seems like a good guy, but had at points struggled last year at the quarterback position. And it'll be an interesting battle this fall. I think you'd agree with me there. Like, to see who comes out with that. I think that's a position that you guys can definitely improve on, and it'll help you take that next step. Like I said, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but like, but like, he seems a good guy. I know he's a freak athlete. Dude lifts more than it sounds like everyone. Is that true?
I mean, this year there's competition everywhere. I mean, like, I won't just put it as the quarterback. Like, it's in the DB room, it's at the defensive lineman room. Everywhere, like every position got competition. So you got.
That's what you want.
Yeah,
sure. That's exactly what you
want.
That is exactly what
you need. That. You need that. Kobe is a strong dude too. I mean, like, I heard you say that. Like, that dude, he a freak for real. That dude is strong.
Yeah, my roommate, my freshman year, shout out Quap. He's from Brighton, went to high school with Kobe. So I heard the story. I texted Kobe actually about to get him on the podcast a while back, and it never came through. But he's good dude. Everything that I've had interaction with, I liked him. But let's see. I wanted to talk about the combine that you guys hosted a little while back. I don't know if as many of you guys were kind of around for that. Saginaw hosted that pro day, not combine, sorry, like more of a pro day type deal. Yeah, I guess that's the wrong word there. But had a lot of guys from your squad that took part in that. We had 2 guys from Northern come down. I know there were some other GLIAC guys there. And like a decent amount of NFL teams showed out for that. There were some CFL scouts there. Like, it was a legit. It wasn't like, let's just get these D2 guys out here, say they competed. There were definitely some guys that got opportunities from that event. I just wanted to ask you about that because that's got to be really important for someone that wants to play at the next level to get those opportunities like that in college.
Right. I feel like that is important. I mean, like, you get to showcase your skills, the athleticism. I mean, and most importantly, the work you've been putting in to get to where you at. I mean, I feel like that's good for like D2 athletes. Like, I wouldn't say like it's not a lot of light on it, but like it's very hard to get to where get to the NFL from like where you at. Like, rather than playing at D1, there's a higher chance to get there. So, I mean,
yeah. I mean, you see guys go every year, but like you said, it's like few and far in between, and it's like the studs, like the cream of the crop. Which you can make that argument from every level.
You hear about a guy that went D2 to the NFL a lot more than what you hear about like a regular D1 guy, and that explains a lot. Like, that's
news.
Yeah, right.
Because it's news when that happens. But I mean, I thought that event was pretty sweet. But I guess going for you into year 2, how do you take that as in? I want like a mindset type of deal. Like, you just redshirted, you sat behind a bunch of these talented guys. You guys had a really talented defensive backfield too. I know that those guys. Did. Yeah, you did. Like, that reaction tells me immediately. Like, I know you guys. That was part of your team that you had a lot of depth at. Coming into this year, is it still a lot of like learning the ropes, kind of figuring things out, or I'd imagine you're kind of just going right into this thing, competing right off the bat?
Well, I mean, here, I feel like I'm confident this year. I mean, like, I have a chance to start. I'm like, it's good. It's open. There's no senior there. It's open season for that spot. I mean, I feel confident. I feel like it's not. I mean, like, you're gonna learn still, but I feel like I know enough to play. I've been studying hard.
Hey, and what's the best way to learn? It's going out and playing anyways. Why not do both?
Oh yeah. You need hands on. You need hands on with everything. You need hands on. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like this year is the year. I mean, it's open. I got to go take it. Nothing given.
Word.
Yeah, I love that, dude. What you gotta sell. We'll do a hypothetical here. What's your favorite NFL team?
The Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Harbaugh, the better Harbaugh. And
whoa.
Whoa. What do you
Go blue, go blue, go blue.
We're greenhouse over here. We go green. Go green.
Man. No.
Man. Hey, I will say, and this is a little bit of a self plug here. Mel Tucker did retweet one of the D1 Rejects tweets, so We are forever green over here, baby.
Hell yeah.
Tuck is a supporter. Tuck is a supporter of the
Tuck
pod.
on the pod. What are we waiting for?
Yeah, I don't know if we can
How
figure
did
out.
he retweet it?
I don't know.
What's the story behind that?
I had one of his offensive linemen on the show, and then he retweeted that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
It was pretty big, but not to. Yeah. Anyways, I'm John Harbaugh. How are you going to sell your game to me? What is like the part of your game that you feel like really sets you apart? That's a question I usually ask guys. I love the answers I get. You feel me?
The part of my game. Well, I'm an athlete. I can put it like that.
Okay.
I played quarterback in high school. Well, I played everything. I played quarterback. I played from strong safety to free safety. I can play cornerback. I play a little bit of slot. I mean, like, I could say like I'm versatile. That's part of my game. I mean, I like to tackle and I can cover real good.
Yeah.
I almost do everything, but I have to go show that. But that's what I was
Swiss
selling.
Army knife. We call those guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that. Now, last thing for you. Are we going to be, you got that quarterback background. Are we going to see you sneak in on the slot, do a little jet pass this year? Have we talked about that going into camp? Nah, he got the scratch in his neck. It's already in the playbook.
It's raps.
It's already in the
really.
playbook. He got the scratch in his neck. I already know.
I would like to be like an option quarterback type person, but we haven't talked about that. That would be nice if they did.
That'd be sick.
That'd be pretty bad.
I'm hoping you get that.
Yeah.
Not against us.
Not yet. Hey, against any other team, you go for it. All right.
I already texted our defensive coordinator. He's already got you on the radar.
Yeah. I gotta get that.
But Jacoby, cannot appreciate you enough, my man. Thanks for joining us, brother.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Rooting for you, brother.
on, man.
Rooting for you.
Tell Basil I said hi. I went to high school with him. I'm from the same.
I got you.
Hunter.
What's your name, Hunter?
Hunter. Yep, Hunter Denton.
Hunter chimes
All right,
in.
I got you.
Yep.
Hunter chimes in at the end.
Hey, he probably knows him by PD.
TV?
Oh,
Petey.
that's good. But
Petey?
yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Hey, thank you for joining us, brother. Appreciate you coming
All right,
on.
thanks for having me.
Thanks, Jacoby.
Have a good night, brother. I'll see you.
All right, give me back some time.
We'll
Oh,
do,
yeah.
brother. Hey, anytime. You hit me up.
All right, appreciate it.
See you. Hell of a talk with our guy, Sanders, out
Yeah.
of the Sanders clan at in Saginaw Valley, man. They're going to be doing big things there. I'm excited to see those guys.
I feel like we've seen a lot more brothers like playing together in college recently.
Isn't that funny? Especially at
the
our
last couple
level.
of
I
years,
feel like we see a lot of that. And maybe it's just because like we look for it.
Yeah.
But which is probably all it is.
we're a
but
part of it.
it's- Yeah, exactly. We're part of this like little fraternity.
I was gonna say we should put like. Oh, never mind.
I think.
Where were you going with
No,
that?
it's gonna be dumb. It sounded better in my head.
I was gonna say. I think my little brother might be looking to come here too. Actually, I don't know if
You
I
have a
told
little
guys about
brother?
that. No.
That's what I was like, bro.
I think so.
Okay, bro.
First,
no,
you don't
no.
tell us about your peanut allergy,
Yeah.
and now you're hiding the whole ass
The
sibling.
peanut allergy is different. Like, I don't think you have to just proclaim that to everybody.
Not if it means that you're gonna die if you ingest peanut butter.
It is an anaphylactic allergic reaction. I would like swell up.
I
And
know,
just,
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
That
ugly.
depends on
Not
the
something that you
Under
keep
Armour
to yourself.
That could be good for views.
Yeah, no, I have a reaction. I have a
Thumbnail?
reaction. With the happy
Jimmy
going
eats
into my
peanut butter
leg.
Anyways, we had a fun time with that guy Jacoby. We had great conversation.
Yeah.
He is definitely
Rooting for
welcome.
him, bro.
Great
Rooting for
dude.
him.
Yeah,
totally.
welcome back on the pod anytime. That was great. He
Friend of the pod?
friend of the pod potentially. Once we usually give
Question
people that
mark?
title like after
Two
a
in,
couple
two in, yeah.
appearances, but no doubt he'll be back on. The viewers did miss it when we were getting ready. We were like kind of staging the pod and everything. He had to make his bed real quick, so the room was looking clean in
Yeah.
the apartment there. Not to out my boy.
Shout out.
Shout out the bed making skills from Jacoby. He got that shit cleaned up pretty quick. But otherwise, Deshaun Watson, the NFLPA, they got some cleaning up to do. And this is not as simple as making your bed. This man potentially had 30-some happy endings at massage parlors and now could be suspended for the entire year. We don't know what's going to happen. Deshaun doesn't know what's going to happen. The masseuses don't know what's going to happen. And
Calvin Ridley placed like a $1,500 bet last year on a game, and he can't play the whole year. This guy went into public massage parlors, probably not public, obviously, but private. But like, if Deshaun Watson's not spending the whole year, like,
yeah.
Calvin Ridley, come on, like,
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how justice is served here, and the more interesting part is actually how the NFL handles it. Goodell is not the final one who makes the decision on this. He has, for lack of a better term, a delegate to make this decision for him, and really that delegate is just a fall guy. Isn't that all? I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Why do you have somebody else that has to make the ultimate ruling on that? I think it's a she, and I believe that's her only job.
It's so it doesn't fall on him. And
exactly.
Gonna
He doesn't look like a bad guy. I mean, he's going to get shit on either way. You're
Well,
going to get
Goodell. He's a clown.
well, that's the thing. If you're a major league sports commissioner, 9 times out of 10, you will be hated.
No matter what.
It's just how, no matter what decision you make.
Yeah. Well,
It's like being the mayor.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't make everyone happy.
You look at the MLB with Rob Manfred. I mean, just,
Oh, well,
no one likes Rob Manfred.
Manfred is just a freaking clown.
I can remember the last
discipline the
person.
Astros.
yeah.
The Houston Astros.
You lost after that.
Fraudulently
yeah.
won the World Series. Everyone
I mean, they
knew
took
it,
the
and
ring-
he
they
did
took the
not.
ring away.
They should take. What, did they?
Yeah.
Well, but no one got suspended or anything.
No,
like,
I mean, I honestly think that letting him play might have been worse than suspending him because they got
Yeah.
freaking beamed, even in spring training.
yeah. No,
But
they deserved
back
it.
on
They deserved it.
Back on Watson, it's been Charles Robinson, shout out, who's been reporting a lot of this news, and he says another note: if Watson ends up incurring the full year suspension the NFL is seeking, either from the arbiter or league appeal of Robinson's decision, I'm told his camp that the NFLPA have already made the decision to file a lawsuit against the league in federal court. I don't know what the hell you could put in that lawsuit that would make that man come out on the gridiron week 1 and like convincingly, yeah.
Who's gonna beat the NFL in a case?
That's another great question.
Like,
We've seen people
it's
try
the
before. It
freaking
does not
NFL.
go well.
Who?
The XFL did,
Well, they don't exist anymore.
but they did beat him.
They did beat him. Correct.
They got $1.
But at what cost?
That was the USFL.
My bad.
That was the
USFL.
USFL,
They
not the
did win
XFL.
$1.
But at what cost?
They did technically win that lawsuit because they
Yeah.
sued the NFL for being a monopoly
They
in
won
football.
it. They won it.
And that
They
win
probably spent
also
millions
put
of
them
dollars to.
in
Exactly.
legal fees.
Exactly. So they didn't really win.
That win also put them out of business. So it'll be really interesting. And then that raises the question of Watson right now. He's 26. He sat out the 2021 season. If he's got to be out another year, I wonder, we'll have to find out when this punishment gets dealt out. It could also not go until we're a couple days into camp. We might not get this punishment. So imagine like being there at camp the first couple of days. Is Deshaun your guy, or do you put somebody else into that starter role just to be in case?
I can already
just
see
you
it,
know what
dude.
I mean?
You know what's gonna happen is they're gonna go into camp like the first week or the first 3 or 4 days, and Deshaun Watson's gonna be their guy, and everyone's gonna be like, "Holy shit, this guy's incredible!" Like if the Browns had this guy, they win the Super
And then he
Bowl.
gets dealt the suspension,
and then
or
it's
what?
gonna be a whole year. And then they're like, "Oh shit!" Well, like I don't understand why the Browns did what they did.
Who's the backup?
Obviously I do.
Brissett?
I believe it is Jacoby Brissett.
Okay.
Yes.
So like Brissett's good.
Yeah.
He's
He'll
played
be
decent
alright.
football.
He's a good
He'll
backup.
be all right.
He's a good
Yeah,
backup.
He played
be
good
all
for the
right.
Colts when he was there.
He did.
They won't be anything over
bad.
500.
He's a good backup. Yeah.
With Brissett. They won't be anything over 500
They'll
with Brissett.
be 6 and 11.
No way.
They'll be
Especially
5 and 12.
Not in
5
that,
and
not
12.
in that division
But
that they're in.
this is
You know
my
what I
thing.
mean?
Like the whole
Not
thing with
even
the
in that
Browns
division
and like
that
the
they're in.
Baker, and I know it's kind of old, kind of old, but like Baker took your franchise from the freaking dirt, and now you're gonna go like
And
I don't want to
just
say
deal his ass.
That's what I've been
I don't
saying.
wanna-
Just deal his ass.
for a guy that could go to jail.
That is like, yeah, probably should go to jail. I mean, that's opinion, but like we're an
Like
opinion
it's-
podcast.
if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you have to be disgusted.
Or you're overjoyed because your team has Deshaun Watson. There's
Yeah,
no in between.
there's
There's
two-
no in between.
There's two things, but like you have to get over the bump of being like, okay, this guy is a bad dude, but he's a hell of a this guy's
he can sling
No.
the fucking
Hey,
pigskin
that
like
guy's
no
a
other.
that guy's a bad dude, but he's also a bad dude. You know what I mean? Like there's two bad dudes here.
Yeah.
There's two things here that you could there's two
It's
there's
a
two
double-edged
sides.
sword. It's a double-edged sword.
Who is the worst dude? That's you got to figure that
Yeah,
out. Which
it's like-
what bad is more
Does he go
bad?
back to the parlors? We don't know.
Okay, have you guys thought about this? Why? Okay, if you're Deshaun Watson, right? You could probably listen. Okay. You could probably get a lot. Okay.
I can't.
Okay, sorry.
So you're good.
No,
I just
no.
can't. I can't. That's good.
So if you're Deshaun Watson, right?
Okay,
You're
here
a
we go.
starting NFL quarterback. You went to Clemson. You could
did.
probably just get like a really hot wife and just not go to massage parlors. Like what? Like what? What are you thinking, bro? Like. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
But
because
We'll
listen,
see.
like,
Hey, we'll see
nobody-
how the
yeah, I don't
punishment
know.
gets dealt out.
It's just a head
Did just want to
scratcher.
update.
It's just a head
And I
scratcher,
guess
dude.
like I was just kind of surprised the NFLPA did take such a strong side on the side of Deshaun Watson, which they're the Players Association. They are supposed to take the sides of the players in the majority of those type of cases. But to this case, such a magnitude for them to take that public and poignant of a stand in this situation, I feel like is a big step for them.
Yeah.
I'd say we don't usually see that from them, but we also just don't see situations like this very often. So I don't know how they would have reacted in the past.
And here's another thing: we know that NFL locker rooms, all football locker rooms are full of guys with a whole bunch of different personalities and a bunch of different viewpoints.
And that's what makes the league great.
And there's another thing is that there's got to be someone on that Browns team, on that team that just is like, doesn't fit with his views or his morals.
Oh, yeah, no way in hell that you can get everyone in that locker room to be thinking one
Exactly,
idea.
and that's another thing you have to think about signing that guy. Like, there's no way they went through all this shit and said, okay, checklist, check. You know what I mean? Like, you got to go through the checklist. Yeah. Okay, football-wise, he win us games, yes. Could he? Is he a possible MVP candidate? Yes. You know, there's things like that, but you also have to have the team aspect. Like, let's say DPJ. Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to be a huge wide receiver for the Browns this year.
Totally should be. Potential to do that.
He doesn't mess with Watson or whatever. Whatever. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of different things that go wrong.
The intangibles in football. And that's what you can't build a roster with a robot, right?
Yeah.
These are real people with real problems, and in this case, real massages.
They made a decision, you know? Whether it's going to be good or not.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. And I guess let's get on more of our fun shit today. That was our lead. I don't know why we led with that, but it was funny either way. I mean, it's news,
but
it's news. It's funny for us, not funny for Deshaun, not funny for the Browns. Funny for us.
Or it's not funny for the girls either.
Hey, yes, good point.
Come on,
good
guys.
point.
Well, they're
Not funny
also
to them at
getting
all.
like 15 million each.
They're getting broken off like crazy. But no, that is a very serious matter, so I don't make light of it.
Yep.
Another serious matter is that Davante Adams is wide receiver 1, and he will be for potentially years to come. 123 receptions last year, 1,553 yards, and 11 touchdowns. Those are the numbers of wide receiver 1, and he just got back into Madden 99's club. Madden's 99 club, excuse me. I butchered that a little bit. And I believe he is the first member this year to be inducted into the 99 club as they start to release all of these.
Didn't Trent Williams get into it?
So I think this is my Madden.
What was that video last time on the
We did. I thought that was
was
that the Madden or was that the PFF one, like the 99 grade? Is that?
Could you tell me Davante Adams' stats again?
Oh, maybe
123 receptions, over 1,500 yards, and 11 touchdowns.
Okay, so he's a number 1 wide receiver, right, in Madden?
Are you gonna go?
And
Are you gonna
the
give
number
me Cup?
15 or 17, I believe? Jamar Chase?
Oh, Jamar, yeah.
81 catches, 1455, and 13 touchdowns.
We'll get to that. Trust me, we will get to that because that is
It is rookie
robbery.
year.
That's highway robbery. But
With the second-year quarterback.
I did want to watch this video because you will see it is pretty cool who they got
Jerry
to
Rice
go
here.
and
Jerry
surprise.
Davante Adams, man, I heard he was talking about me yesterday, and now I get a chance to deliver something really special. He doesn't know I'm coming. It's gonna be a big surprise. Okay, it's showtime. Right now, it's
I love how
showtime.
they blur all the shit out in his shirt. Yeah. Like Jerry, get the fuck out.
What's up, GOAT? What's up, GOAT? What's up, man? Look what I brought you, man. EA Sports Madden 99 Club. This you, brother.
Me.
This for you.
Yes, sir.
Shane's hard.
Yes, sir.
And, man, I still say it should have been 100%. Man.
That's what I think too.
I mean,
they gotta make the exception.
Hey, the way you run your routes, the way you make plays and stuff like that.
Hey, we gotta get this changed then. If you said it.
Yeah, that should be 100%. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm doing this for
100%.
You hear this guy?
Hey, look at that, man.
Oh, they upgraded.
Look at that, boy. Look at that right there. Look at that. You know, I'm hoping for
Jerry
big
Rice is
things
definitely not a
here with
gamer.
the Raiders, man.
Absolutely. That's good. I mean, you set the standard, so I'm just trying to follow in that.
Yeah.
I was just talking about you yesterday. That's crazy. Yeah. This is crazy, but this is I don't even know what's crazier right now, honestly. That's awesome. Look at I got Jerry Rice in my house.
I was so excited just to come and meet
Getting
you.
the Madden 99.
Happy this was a great
Jerry
surprise.
Rice
man. I
walks up to my
appreciate
front door. I'm
Yeah.
probably fainting or like.
That's pretty
like,
badass.
dude,
Yeah, that's pretty
Jerry
badass.
Rice.
for
Like,
sure.
I wouldn't even. I think I'm like dreaming or something.
But-
He's pretty funny too. He's like, what's up, GOAT? What's up, GOAT? That was pretty funny.
You got to inject a little bit of personality into those,
totally,
or else they could get pretty awkward pretty quickly. But hey, good for him. Definitely deserves it. And I guess, do you want to touch on the Madden rankings right now? We can go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, Jamar Chase, you already brought it up. He's an 87. He's not even in the top 10 wide receivers
He's
after
like
the
17 or 18.
exactly. So, and not even in the top 15.
Amon-Ra's a 78.
What's Darnell Mooney?
That's bad, dude. That's bad.
He's a 79, I think.
I can pull it up, but I mean, for him after that rookie season that he had to not be in that same upper echelon of those wide receivers is absolutely ridiculous. You know who's ranked higher than Jamar Chase?
Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper
Terry
is, but
McLaurin.
that's not what I was going to say.
Yeah.
TJ Hawkinson is an 89.
89, yep, I did see that.
Yeah, and that we can go right into it. That was my stat of the day. He's the 5th ranked tight end in the game.
That's just
Simple stat. Simple stat.
That's probably correct.
TJ Hawkins.
Like,
no, he is. He's a stat.
No, like I'm agreeing with Madden's rating.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, no,
like,
I totally do too. Because you have Kelsey, you have Kittle, you have
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, and then you have
Darren
Waller. Waller is the last one.
Pitts is not better than Hawkinson.
Pitts is not better than Hawkinson.
Not yet.
Maybe not yet. He hasn't. Yeah, Hawkins has been around.
I do feel like Pitts gonna get a way different role than Hawkinson.
He's 21 years old.
But they play way different
No,
styles.
he's not.
Kyle Pitts is 20.
We're the same age.
I'm 4 weeks old. 4 weeks younger than Kyle Pitts.
That's terrifying.
He's 21
He's
years
a
old.
specimen.
Like you got to take into account, like he could still be playing college football.
Hawk's like 25.
Like I'm 21.
Hawk's young too, but like
I'm going to my
that's
senior year of
crazy.
college. Like that's weird.
I'm
man.
21. I'm going to my.
We're doing our
junior
stats of the day.
Oh yeah, Kobe's 21. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Stats of the day.
Yeah, you want to go for it?
So are we doing hot takes too, or just stat?
You can go do it. Just go stat first.
All right. Well, I'll widen our audience here, and go a little stick and puck NHL stat.
You know what? Tyshawn actually brought a stick and puck stat last
Did he?
week. Yeah,
That's funny.
It was a Wayne Gretzky.
Shut up.
Stat.
Is he about to say the same one I am?
No shit.
If Wayne Gretzky didn't score a goal,
Yeah,
Dog.
you listen to the
Oh,
pod.
I
You
swear to
listen
God, I
your
didn't. I
stat.
swear to God, I didn't. I swear to
Tyshawn
God.
took your stat. That's embarrassing for you,
You
dude.
definitely watched
the
the pod.
resident.
I did not watch a single. I didn't watch a
resident-
single second of it. I swear to God, I just pulled up my phone.
No way.
The resident hockey guy gets his stat taken by
Pull it
Tyshawn
up.
King.
Look.
Pull it up right now.
Look.
Like, look at the podcast. Like Tyshawn literally said that stat last week.
Crazy
we don't have
NHL
to-
stats. That's
we
what I
don't-
literally looked up.
We don't have to like pull up the
We'll
actual
find- gotta
pod
find-
right
let-
now,
let-
but
we
that
gotta
is
find a new
hilarious.
one.
That is
Just-
so
just-
funny.
That's crazy.
Tyshawn literally pulled that stat up. He's like, and we were trying to explain to McQuan, like, Gretzky's like the GOAT.
Quan's probably sitting over here
Quan
like,
had no clue.
what's that mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what about Sidney Crosby?
Yeah, Quan was like, what about Sidney Crosby?
Quan's over here like, yeah, that shit crazy, but I'm betting on myself. I really think that shit right.
But personally, I think I'd take myself in that situation.
Derrick Henry.
We've also found out McQuan is just the biggest Lamar fan ever,
remember
dude.
who's got the biggest deep arm in the league? I'd probably say Lamar, Mahomes.
Dude, I don't know where he gets that from. But he's a big Lamar guy. And after we watched this video, I mean, I guess you could say I'm already an AJ Dillon guy. After we watch this video, I think I could potentially be more of an AJ Dillon guy. This we're about to watch is Elvis, the mascot of the Kenosha Kingfish in Wisconsin. And fellas,
It's gotta be staged.
Elvis might be no more.
3, go! 2, 3, go!
His hand was still on the ground when AJ was getting up. Look, hand still on the ground, full speed. Didn't even stand a chance.
Do you think the mascot got financially compensated for this?
What do you think?
They had to, no, listen, they had
I
to
hope
say
AJ
something.
Dillon gave him like a couple
AJ Dillon
grand.
can't keep doing that to people. That guy probably works a 9 to 5, then goes down there, gets drunk, and plays mascot. For
What do
an
we
hour
think
and a
he
half.
gets paid hourly to pull shit like this?
Who? AJ Dillon?
No, the
mascot.
mascot. Elvis, the Kenosha Kingfish.
You could give me like,
Saying like
I'm saying like $5 grand.
13.50.
13. Why are you so exact? Oh, an hour?
No, yeah.
Oh my! Have you guys ever been in a mascot costume?
I have.
Yes,
You have?
Yes.
So I worked at a fried chicken restaurant, and I was the chicken. Listen to this, dude. I don't know if I ever told anybody about this before. It's called Fry the Coop. It's on Milwaukee Avenue. It's in Prospect Heights, about 15 minutes from my house.
Shout out.
And I was a busboy. I just washed dishes. And then one day,
And the chicken.
and one day I was back there washing dishes, minding my own business, you know. And my boss would come to me and goes, "Hey, you want to put the chicken costume on?" And
You're like, I already
jumped
have it
the
on.
gun. I'm like, yes. So
I've been
I walked
waiting
in,
for
and
this.
the restaurant just opened up. So I was like handing out flyers, people on the street, and they're like, "Who's this chicken? Like, what's going on right now?" It's pretty funny, dude.
Meanwhile, I think that's your cousin right there, Jim.
Jim, that could have been you, pal.
No, it could have been.
That could have
It
been
could've
you.
I think I would have put up a better fight. It would have looked
You
very
think you
similar.
would have put up a better fight than this,
It would
huh?
have looked very similar.
First of
I
all-
would have gotten my shit rocked, but I would have like tried to tackle.
They set him up for failure, though. Look how he's.
Yeah.
No. They actually gave him an advantage. You see how he's already sitting upright before he gets the shit knocked out of him here?
Oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't get trucked. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I would have like attempted to like.
He literally
do
didn't even
something.
take a step forward. He stands up
He
and
just
fucked.
lets it happen. Like he doesn't do anything.
You know what it reminds me
my
of?
gosh,
That sound
dude.
effect is like the one from
What?
Step Brothers. That right, like when he hits
yeah.
him. Pow!
I was gonna say I've been in our Wildcat Willie costume a few times. Let me tell you, just walking around in that thing is hell on earth itself.
What was it?
The Wildcat Willie costume here at Northern Michigan.
Yeah. Okay,
shout out.
Tuned out for
You're good. You're good. But
a true Wildcat,
someone,
a true Wildcat Willie never identifies himself. By the way.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm not the Wildcat Willie. I'm a poser. I put the costume on twice. But it was brutal both times. I'm not going back in that thing.
Yeah, no.
I could not imagine being hit by literally anyone in that thing. It'd be disgusting. Dude, they're not comfortable. Like, I think people think they're kind of like plush on the inside. There's a whole, like, rigging system inside of those.
It is not
comfortable. My gosh.
Absolutely not. No. It's itchy, you know?
That was going to be my question to you guys is, like, how much money would you, like, they come to you before the game, like, you're just sitting in the stands, you're like, can you go put the Elvis costume on? We have AJ Dillon here, and he wants to sit somewhere. Like, he wants to hit somebody right now.
Straight up?
Yeah.
$5,000.
Cash.
Dude, I was literally about to say that.
It's been a weird pod, dude.
$5,000.
Whatever. Yeah. I was just about to say that.
You throw me $500 and like
if you give me
tickets to next week's game.
$100 bills would be tough to say no to. However, if I'm the one, if they're asking me, okay, how much money?
Yeah, if they're asking me, I'm gonna be like, all right, give me 10 grand. I'm like, no,
they definitely would not let you name a price. They would just like pitch it to you. Yeah,
but like I would probably be like, if they suggested 5, it'd be like, well, how about like $750 or $1,000?
Then they'd go like, we'll go to the next drunk fucker and we'll see what he wants, and he'll do it for us.
Very true.
They could probably get someone to do it for free at one of those games.
Dude, exactly. You know,
I'm sure there'd be
they got the cameraman.
Especially in Wisconsin.
They got the cameraman just scoping out whoever looks the most intoxicated amongst the crowd. Who wants to put the Elvis, the
Kenosha! Go King Fish!
I say king, you say fish. King, fish, king.
So is that minor league baseball? Is it like semi-professional?
It is a summer collegiate league.
Oh, okay.
Apparently,
Yeah.
is the word on that one.
AJ
A couple of my buddies play in that Wisconsin league. They probably played there before. I wonder if they aren't even playing tonight.
What is
my
it?
Buddy, in the collegiate summer league. A couple of my buddies who play college baseball. One of them plays in what is it? I don't know.
Drink hydrate because listen.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to start that yet. But we talked a little bit at the beginning of the episode. Jameis Winston, potentially the new Inky Johnson. He could pick up motivational speaking full time, and I think I would be in attendance at every single one of his speeches.
This looks like an all-American team.
This is one from recently. I don't even know. Final practice in Miami, Florida. It says with teammates. Some of these kids look like random guys they picked up off the street. Let's just watch this shit.
New Orleans, we probably don't get no breeze like this right here. I promise it's gonna be thick. We ain't gonna be able to breathe. We're gonna be like Esau. We're gonna be dying. Okay? But lock in, guys. I'm so proud. I'm so proud that we get another opportunity. We get a chance to create and write our own journey. Every one of us. No matter what age, no matter what school, no matter whatever.
He's so into this.
We get to create our own journey.
I can't tell if these guys are
Have
digging
some
it or
pride
not,
about
though.
that.
They definitely are. They look locked into him.
Be
Eye
intentional.
contact.
If I'm standing there,
body posture.
eyes are locked on Jameis.
Is that
That's how
Kamara?
we're gonna have
Who the hell's filming this? It's just like
That's how
turning
we're
around
gonna
and getting in his
celebrate.
face.
Because we know we put all of it in. All right, let me get y'all like this here. All right, family, because it starts with that. It starts with family. And once you know that it starts with family, all your individual successes are going to come into fruition. All right, family.
Oh yeah, Jameis.
Attaboy, Jameis.
Wait,
I love that.
Attaboy, Jameis.
Was he wearing shoulder pads?
He was.
Jameis did have shoulder
I think
pads
he was.
on.
That's dedication. Right there.
I think he may have.
He was the only guy there wearing shoulder pads.
Yeah, I want to say he actually was the only one there wearing shoulder pads. Why? I have no idea.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, definitely does not rank up with the E to W. You know, like it's still on a different level. Yeah, go ahead and chow that thing. But definitely not on that level. But like the roller coaster of emotions that you go through with every Jameis speech, he starts off real upbeat. He's getting the guys laughing a little bit. The headband comes off and there's an immediate switch.
Well, he gets you really like, you get guys laughing, you know, and it's like, all right. Like,
but then he locks the fuck in.
Exactly. But once you get like someone laughing at you, like they're paying attention to you, and then it's like, all right, listen here, you know, like.
So he has mastered the art of speaking.
We got real shit. He's a great, like, how do I want to put this? He's easy like for the public eye to watch, you know, like he's such a public eye pleaser. Like everyone loves Jameis.
He's smoother than the other side of the pillow.
You know, everyone loves Raymond.
What?
Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah, everyone loves Jameis.
Yeah, everyone.
Oh.
Do you seriously know somebody who doesn't like Jameis Winston or is just like, oh, fuck Jameis Winston? I don't know a single person that is.
Is Ty like him?
They're haters. No, Ty, we're all in on Jameis.
No, we
here.
love Jameis.
Yeah, we love
We're
Jameis
a big
here.
Jameis pod.
We should make it like a Jameis Winston fan page or something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, you can be.
I will say, Jameis has some big shoes to fill. If you ever listened to Drew Brees give like some of those motivational speeches pregame, very different than Jameis, right? Not as much like upbeat, kind of like giggle. Like this dude is locked in.
Very
before
Sean
games.
Payton-esque.
Yeah, very Sean Payton-esque, which I guess that makes sense. They were together for such a long period of time. But Drew would get those guys like locked in before the game. And he had blood vessels popping in his face. Veins were bulging. Like,
dude, that scar on his face is so sick.
Yeah. Like, that's a dude, like, you listen to him talk and could go run through a brick wall. Like, you could run, like, one of these, like, cement walls we got down here in the studio here. Yeah.
Doesn't stand a chance.
No.
Does not stand a chance.
You listen to Drew Brees, that thing's going down.
We're
damn near.
Yeah, we're gonna have to reconstruct the studio.
Him or Dan Campbell, one of the two.
Exactly. But then the other one that I wanted to react to here, we've been watching some funny stuff, guys. This one is on a much more somber note than the last couple of videos that we have watched. And we're going to check in on our favorite NFL stadium, that being Heinz Field today, fellas. What's a bad day?
Not the ketchup bottle!
Even though the petition has reached almost 7,000 signatures to change the name to anything but Acrisure Stadium, the Heinz ketchup bottles are being removed from Heinz Field, fellas. This is a very sad sight.
This is sickening.
It's almost like post-apocalyptic.
Do not let James Martin III see this. He will be devastated. He will be devastated. He will be truly devastated. He doesn't even work for Heinz.
King Henry IV.
He works for Heinz for 20 years.
Man, dude, I'm gonna
loves Heinz. Still loves Heinz.
Yeah.
Just a very loyal guy.
But man, just that image right there of the ketchup
He's
bottle
gonna be heartbroken.
being just slowly carried away by the crane is just the most symbolic thing.
That's disgusting to our country.
Isn't that awful, dude? I thought that was the worst. Like, that was the absolute worst. Oh, man. It's been a saga. We've talked about this a lot, and I just find joy and continue because we get, like, little updates about it, about, like, the field name changing, and I kind of wish Tyshawn was here because he always rips me for talking about it. He's like, ain't nobody care. We care.
He sounds just like
We care. Like, we care, Ty. Yeah. He's like, nobody outside of Pittsburgh cares about that.
I can't say that I'm personally, like, shook by this, but I'm like, hey, like, why?
It's just a bummer, dude.
It's just because it's Heinz Field.
It really is a bummer.
So think about it. Like, that's all we've known growing up, dude.
And it's...
I'm never gonna call it Akron.
And it's a Pittsburgh company too.
Like,
Acrisure.
I got some ties to Pittsburgh. I was born there, man. You know, I was born in Pittsburgh. You know, it's weird.
Really?
Oh God, it's
Yinzer.
412, man.
Yinzer.
I was born at Women's McGee Hospital. I was born on Pitt's
fan,
campus. Like you Pitt.
You're a Pirates fan?
No, hell no, dude.
I didn't say that'd be a tough go for you.
No, man, I'm a Sox fan.
I know, that's what I thought. I was confused.
No. O'Neal Cruz though. The Pirates shortstop, 6'7", throws the ball 97 miles an hour from shortstop.
Did see that. The socials, the people at those social media interns at ESPN have been drooling over him the last couple of weeks.
Ooh, actually, I might tie a stat in right now. Now that we're talking about O'Neal Cruz, so you guys are familiar with Tyreek Hill, correct?
I'd say I'm
his
familiar.
top speed last year was 31.4 feet per second. In O'Neal Cruz's first MLB game, he ran 31.5 feet per second.
For those of you who are not very competent in math, that is actually faster than Tyreek Hill by just a slight.
That wasn't even my stat, but I just remembered that but
we get a bonus
spontaneously.
Stat.
Yeah,
hot take.
We're talking about him.
Go.
Hot take.
My any hot takes today? I didn't really bring one to the table for us today.
You got one?
Go ahead, Cade. Go ahead,
Cade. All right. Well, I have to stand up.
Okay, wait. Before you do that, can you listen to mine from last week?
Yeah.
My stat last week was that the last 4 teams to be featured on Hard Knocks, not including the Colts because that was like a midseason one, they all went on to win at least 7 games. The Lions are going to win 7 games. Jared Goff's going to be the second best quarterback in the NFC North.
I love that. Hot take. I was going to go previously, like right when we sat down, I was going to say Lions are going to make a wild card and go to the playoffs.
Ooh, that's a stretch.
Then I got to thinking, and I looked at my jersey.
Then you sobered up.
And can I take these off or keep them on?
You can take them off.
Cut
to the wide camera. Yeah,
I'll say it first, but
okay.
Cade Cunningham will win an MVP in the next 5 years.
Now get the turn. Yep. You got to turn around, dude, so you can see the name. There we go. That's better. Yep.
Big Detroit guy. 313.
Big Cade Cunningham.
313, baby.
I think that's fine. It's a perfectly acceptable hot take. It is certainly scalding.
That is a very hot take.
Yeah, it's very scalding.
I myself am a supporter of Cade Cunningham. I think he's a really good player. I mean, I'm not like a huge NBA fan, but like I know a dog when I see one. Cade Cunningham is a dog.
Hey, and you can't argue. You can't argue guys that have played in the NBA, right? And especially a guy like JJ Redick. He went on a really big podcast lately and said, "You know, the best team's going to be in the Eastern Conference in the next 3 years."
That is his podcast, by the way.
He was a guest. He was a guest. He was a guest.
The old man in the 3.
I'm pretty sure it's a different one. He was a guest.
That
on
is
one.
his podcast.
Yeah. But it looked like he was a guest. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it is. Anyway, he said in the next 2 to 3 years, the Pistons will be the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, he was really high up on them. I want to say it was Old Man in the 3. I want to say it was his podcast. So shout out JJ because he's producing a lot of really good stuff over there.
I wish Ty was here.
Wait. What about Boston? Boston's like super young, like really young.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to pay everybody, dude.
I agree.
JB will not get out of there. Brown will get out of there. He's shit on by Celtics fans. Shit on. They drove IT away. It was like IT.
That's true.
Apparently Boston.
True. Boston's a tough city, man.
The dude's sister died, went and dropped 50, and they cut him.
That is actually true. Yeah,
that was against the Bulls.
That was really tough. Dude. Yeah. Did you have a hot take for us today, Jimmy?
Yes.
Go for it.
So, I'm a big baseball fan. Huge.
Thanks for letting us know.
Okay.
The White Sox are 500 at the deadline right now. Or not the deadline, the All-Star break.
Is that right?
They will win the AL Central. Then they will go on to win the American League, and then they will go on to win the World Series. That is my hot take. The White Sox will win the World Series this year.
Not a chance.
That's a hot take.
Hey.
That's hot.
That is a hot take.
And
it was hot.
I'm sorry. I'm throwing another stat. This is not my stat of the day. So the last 2 World Series champions.
A lot of stats today.
There were the Atlanta Braves and the Washington Nationals.
I think that's correct.
They both through 78 games, they had the exact same record as the White Sox did. 38
Did they really?
38 and 40.
That is weird.
Baseball, dude. Baseball is such a long season. Going into this year, the
Was
White
it
Sox
162 games?
The White Sox were the 3rd favorites to win the World Series going into this year. And now they have their entire roster basically back now. Then Yasmani Grandal, their starting catcher, had a 939 OPS last year. It was a stud. Was not performing well at all at the beginning of this year. Coming back right after the All-Star break, the veteran catcher, a guy you'd love to have.
Big bat.
Big bat.
Hey, Jimmy, stay on the baseball subject. I saw a thing between Juan Soto and Miguel Cabrera's first however many years in the MLB or first 250 games, something like that. Dude.
Identical?
Almost identical. Like
scary. Baseball's like
World
that.
Series,
Baseball's
one-time World Series champ, batting 300 almost on the dot. However many home runs through 250 games.
I will say the thing you cannot get into with baseball is, especially in today's day and age where we have stats for every statistical category, if somebody picks their nose 3 times in 1 inning, we're going to know about it. So I just say the one thing you can't get too far into is like whatever stat, I think people need to realize this with every sport, whatever stat you're looking for is out there. There's no matter how crazy your point or your opinion is, there is a stat that supports that. Right?
Yeah,
so I'm not saying that you searched out that stat. Like, that was actually a pretty good one. Like the last 2 World Series champs, like that
It was
record
like
being
38
exactly
and 40 and 39.
Someone will always find
something.
Exactly, but I'm saying like there is
Shout
always
out to
a stat.
Kuda. Shout out to Jay Kuda for that one. Kuda, great follow on Twitter if you're a baseball fan, especially if it's Sox.
There is always a stat that will support any argument. So you just have to be careful about that rabbit hole.
Totally. It's interesting.
No, it is.
It just basically says how long of a season baseball is. That's all.
100%. But fellas, that's all I had for today. That was a good one. That rolled by really quick. Appreciate you boys. Thanks for coming.
Good to be back on, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
It was fun stuff, man. Hunter, I'm gonna have to mute your mic next time because you talk so damn much. But it's all right, you know. Look at him, bro. D1 rejects, baby.
D1 rejects.